Camino Real is Santa Clara County's past, present, and future.
El Camino has always been the backbone and historically been the backbone to connect all the cities along the peninsula.
El Camino as it exists right now is really uninviting.
I see a lot of people bicycling on the sidewalks because it is scary.
Population growth is expected to increase along El Camino Real.
And so we need to plan for that growth.
Traffic on the El Camino can be pretty difficult in trying to maneuver through.
People were honking at me like, get off the street.
The ridership on our buses are very high.
We have about 20,000 people a day who ride on El Camino.
Even though the buses that we have on the El Camino Real are very good, they could be a lot faster.
I see a need for better bus service, faster, more frequent on El Camino.
Bus rapid transit is a concept that started in South America. The advantage of having what they called a surface subway, giving all the advantages to rail to a rubber tire vehicle. This is a fast service. This is something that will compete with the car. It can actually be a better service.
We're in the process of designing the new bus rapid transit vehicles right now. There'll be a 60-foot long vehicle.
It will have Wi-Fi service.
It'll have upgraded seats.
It's cleaner, it's quieter. Yes, it's a giant Prius is what it is.
One of the important parts of the El Camino project that we want to implement is dedicated bus lanes that would be in the median of El Camino.
With dedicated lanes, we could afford to operate more like a subway. We could afford to do 5 and even 2-minute frequency.
We have signal priority that enables the bus to move through the signalized intersections. It gets priority through those intersections and again speeds up the route. We're going to be building bulbout stations in many locations that will provide a better environment for the passengers.
We have a ticket vending machine where people buy their fare or they can tag if they're using a Clipper card. And then when the vehicle comes, it's just all business. You're on, you're off.
We know that lines 22 and 522 are our most popular lines already. And when we add BRT, we know that even more of our riders will be taking it.
The Grand Boulevard Initiative is really a pretty exciting, kind of unique collaboration.
How we view Valley Rapid service on El Camino and the project itself is we're implementing that vision. That vision called for multimodal improvements, making biking and walking and transit more of a realistic option, a meaningful option for people who today take cars.
Bus rapid transit is a perfect example of this type of smart, efficient, cost-effective investment.
All of our transportation systems will greatly benefit by BRT. Gas isn't getting any cheaper. We know that we need to keep the environment clean.
You know, with the implementation of Valley Rapid BRT, it's really bringing in a host of improvements that are really people-oriented.
What we envision it to look like is an inviting place for pedestrian, bicyclists, and people to live.
People will even cite some of the big boulevards in Europe and in Paris, where you've got kind of a nice mix of different land uses there.
I imagine El Camino a lot like Castro Street in maybe 15, 20 years.
15 years from now, I think El Camino Real will look like a different street. We'll see more cyclists, there'll be more activities, more people sitting outside.
More of a walkable urban fabric.
It's a great health benefit, and to be able to dump your car, to be able to walk along the street, interact with your neighbors.
Opening up these corridors, it's really the way to go.
A win-win situation is always what you want to work for. And if it makes the community a more fun place, best of all.